Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into a really powerful devotional text. It focuses on Christian identity, comfort, and, well, the nature of the triune God. Our goal here is to pull out the key ideas about security, about purpose, and especially how this text looks at struggles. Grief, sorrow, trials, and it starts right at the foundation, saying your identity. It's based entirely on God's great mercy and steadfast love. He chooses you, not because of merit, but sets you apart for his own. That really flips the script, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, yeah. And what's striking is how it just removes that whole performance anxiety thing. If your value is based on mercy, not merit, well, you're secure, inherently. The source uses this language. You are sanctified and set apart.
Sanctified, set apart.
Right. Made holy. Specifically chosen for his purpose. It takes the pressure right off you needing to earn that sense of belonging.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit more. The text says you're already set apart. And get this, nothing can separate you from God's affection. That sounds like, well, eternal assurance.
It is. It's a huge claim, and the text explains why it's so solid. This sanctification, this being set apart, it's clearly called God's work, not your own.
Not your own work. Okay.
Exactly. And then it connects this big idea right down to daily life. The text assures you that your life, however small it may seem, has eternal significance.
Wow, that does lift a burden. So if that's our foundation, this assurance, where does the power behind it come from? The source seems to root it in the triune God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
That's right. It says each person reveals God's love and power in distinct ways.
Okay, let's break that down. The Son, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so the Son. Through his grace, the text says you get true life. It's very clear. His death, his resurrection, that secures reconciliation. It makes peace between you and God.
Reconciliation.
And forgiveness.
And complete forgiveness, yes. The result is you stand righteous and beloved. And the source really hammers this home. It's through his perfect work, not your own strength or wisdom, none of that. Okay, so the Son secures the access, the reconciliation. Right. Then what about the Father? How does he fit into this new relationship?
Right. The Father defines it. He grants this intimate access to God's family. You're no longer a stranger. The text uses a really powerful language here.
Such as?
Well, you're invited into this close fellowship where you can cry out, Abba, Father. That's incredibly personal, way beyond just calling God Lord.
Abba, like Daddy.
Exactly. Deep intimacy. And it says his love envelops you like a shield. And crucially, this relationship doesn't depend on your performance, but on his unchanging mercy. Think about that image, being shielded. That changes how you face things, right?
Yeah.
Failure, conflict.
It really does. Okay, Father, Son. That leaves the Holy Spirit.
Yes, the Holy Spirit. The text calls him the comforter and guide. He provides consolation, wisdom, and strength. And what's interesting is how he does multiple things at once. He convicts, encourages, and intercedes.
Wait a second. Convicts and encourages.
Yeah.
How does the comfort part work alongside conviction? That sounds tense.
Yeah, it sounds like a tension, but the source presents them as two sides of the same coin. Conviction isn't about punishment here. It's more like guidance, gentle guidance towards transformation.
Okay, so guidance.
Right. And the Spirit is the one making sure your prayers are heard. That's the intercedes part. And he's actively, constantly transforming your heart from the inside, molding you into the image of Christ. It's like this internal remodeling job that's always ongoing.
An internal remodeling project. I like that. So bringing it all together, what does this mean practically for someone listening who's, facing real hardship right now? The source talks about turning lamentations into melodies of praise, sadness into expressions of joy. How?
It all comes back to that idea of being set apart for a holy purpose. And the final takeaway really speaks directly to those hard times. The source promises your sorrow is not wasted, your grief is not ignored.
Not wasted, not ignored.
Exactly. Because this transformation is guaranteed in God's hands, every tear becomes a seed of gladness, and every trial a testimony of his unending grace. It's not saying the sadness vanishes instantly. It's saying it has a purpose, a future.
That's powerful. Okay, that leads us to our final thought for you, the listener. If the Spirit is, as the text says, continually transforming your heart from within, molding you step by step, what does it actually mean practically to really surrender to that guidance, moment by moment, knowing your heart is constantly being remade? Something to think about this week.